So from way back in the Halo days, all the way through Destiny 2 launch, our process was pretty straightforward. We would hire the best talent in the industry. We would give them a lot of freedom to use their creative guts and their creative process to make whatever they considered to be the best game possible. We'd release that product with a big bang and the largest marketing push we could manage, and we'd trust that success by every definition would follow from that. And this was all summed up at the time by our studio motto: we make games we want to play. And this is at the wall in front of our studio. And we believed that when you trust your gut on making something awesome, making something that you can't wait to play, that all of the different forms of success that you might want, critical acclaim, sales, engaged players, those all just flow naturally and intuitively from that. And this picture is old and grainy because it's an old picture I actually found on my cell phone, because we took down that motto a little while after D2 launch as we evolved our view of what success really meant. And our new studio motto, this is a more recent picture, is we create worlds that inspire friendship. And this new studio purpose has a bunch of benefits over the old one, like including the fact that we make games we want to play. It sounds a little too much like it's just like gatekeeping for bald middle-aged white guys like me. But besides adopting a more global and inclusive view, this is really about a shift away from that box product mindset into the service mindset. And what we didn't realize when we launched Destiny 1 was that Destiny was already becoming a success in the ways that mattered. Engagement was the true measure of success for a franchise like ours, but we didn't know it yet. And a lot of our efforts to make a better Destiny 2 were because we had a wrong internal definition of what success was. Because you can fix your review scores, you can fix your sentiment, you can even fix your sales as long as you have engagement. And so if box products are in the business of over-delivery, live service is the business of constant delivery. Because you can launch with a game that blows people's minds and is super high polish. Or you can launch with a game that has lots of promise but a bunch of like janky issues on day one. And the sifter that's going to determine which of those two games is relevant 12, 24 months later is their velocity. How many updates came out? How much better was the game getting each month? Because that is what builds and retains fans in 2022. Like, what does quality mean to you and to your team? And I don't just mean in terms of like business goals or KPIs or something. Like I mean in your bones, like in your heart. Why do you get up and go to work making video games every day? And for us at Bungie, for a lot of us, like it used to mean that feeling of seeming perfect, of being impeccable, being uncriticizable. That is all part of that box product mindset. But now we're instead focused on being fast. And the really tough part here, though, is that to do that, you have to get comfortable with public failure. Like, even with people's personal brands. This is why you're seeing so many more like public apologies from corporations, from celebrities, whomever. It's more and more of that failure, just like we had on Destiny, happening out in the open. And in success, it means by embracing this service mindset, you're getting to a better position even faster through that feedback, through that critique, and that extra transparency. That's honestly, like, I think not optional anymore to any highly visible brand. Because success for a great train station means predictability. It means scheduling rigor. It means no one should be doing any heroics. So remember back when I said that box products are in the business of over-delivery. Over-delivery is actually dangerous for a train station. With every release that you put out there, you're setting a pattern for your community and for your players. And so if we release an expansion with 2 raids, let's say, next year, our community is going to be upset if we go back to only 1 raid. We've hurt the station by making a rogue decision on just one of the trains to over-deliver. But at the same time, and this is why this lesson is painful to us, is because so much of quality and like delight in our craft comes from over-delivery, right? Like it comes from giving folks stuff above and beyond what they expected. And we still want to do that. We still want to surprise and delight and sometimes even overwhelm our players. But we need to be mindful of the patterns that we're creating, the implied future commitments that we've set for ourselves each time. And this is tough. Like this is honestly one of the ones that we're still grappling the hardest with. Because it's hard to tell a team that has extra cycles and they have energy and they want to do something amazing and they know how to do it. And it totally would be amazing and awesome for the game. Sometimes we have to tell them, like, we shouldn't ship this because it's an over-delivery that is going to set us up for failure on future trains.
Just as a quick follow-up, based on your KPI, do you have a point where like live ops, this is where we would start to ramp down? Have you thought about that far in the future?
Not anytime soon. We are very happy with where Destiny is, and it is getting bigger each year. So.